Alright, what's up? KSI LG, whatever. Alright, let's go. It's a Night Maniac. I don't know what it's about. The file was really large. Even, like, it's a demo, but the file was something like 330 megabytes. I don't know why a demo is this large, but I don't know if my computer, like, I don't know if this is even gonna run, but might as well try anyway. Copper Cube engine loading. Yeah, this is one of those. From what I've seen, like even though, from what I've seen, it's like some feature, one of those 80s, you know. Oh, this is set in the 1980s, and for some reason we have a Fiat chess effect over it, type of games. I believe this sort of thing is really overused and worn out. You know, the full game is available. Alright, anyway, we're just playing the demo. Just one shot. If this gets more than 20 views, I will buy the full game. Anyway, can I turn down? I cannot turn down the quality. I gotta hope this will run. Let me move my mic slightly away. There's gonna be noise. Slightly away from my laptop. Alright. Actually, let me move. Hold on, guys. There's gonna be noise. I do apologize. I'm gonna put it over here. Actually, this reminds me. There's a game. Like you're like a woman walking home from work, and there's like a dude driving around. This reminds me of that game. Press to skip dialogues, stop hiding, left mouse to interact, shift to run. Alright. Frame rate isn't the best, but it could definitely be worse. Where am I supposed to be going? What an empty city. Call the for what? Nah, I don't want. Nah, we don't call the police. I mean, I would call the police if I needed to. I mean, and I have before, but wouldn't now. Something I'll talk about it in due time. Cause there's something I want to say about the police, but it's not the time just yet. Anyway, I get what we work. No, we can't be working in the butcher. Oh, I guess we are working in the butcher. Like, why is the butcher open this late at night? Actually, I mean, it could be like 6, 6 p.m. As I know, over in this country, like, it gets pretty dark early. David, or is it David? Hey, John, you know you got here way earlier than usual, right? Way earlier? Oh, this could be like early morning. Really, man, I didn't check the time when I left, and I woke up pretty early today too. That's fine, it actually works out for me. So I can so I could leave work earlier. Anyway, I'm heading out since you got here early. Could you clean up the butcher shop? So sure, I'll clean up. I'm bored anyway. We rarely get customers at this time. Got any plans for today? Yes. What plans? Sleep. I knew you'd say that. Well, I'm off. Have a good shift, John. See you later. Thanks, David. Bye. Hey guys, it's John. real OG gangsters wouldn't get that reference. Right, it's more like, hey guys, it's John. Alright, anyway. What? What? Put it back, pork. Uh, better not open this butcher shop in the Middle East. What a terrible joke. I mean, in Israel you'd be fine, but any other part you might have a couple of issues. And Cyprus as well, because Cyprus is part of the Middle East. Not a lot of people know that. It's weird, but if you have a look, if you search it up, Cyprus is part of the Middle East. I mean, even though they're like a European country, that's but then again, it's Turkey's this well, with the case of Cyprus, it's like a culturally and like a culturally European country in the Middle East. But then again, you could say the same for let's forget all the politics. Like you could say the same for Israel, because a lot of their people are European. No, but Israel doesn't really count. But Cyprus, like Cyprus makes more sense. As with the case of Israel as well, there's a lot of North Africans and a lot of Arabs as well. Good evening, do you have beef there? Yes, I do have beef. Do you want some beef? Yo, bro, do you want beef? I will knock out your two front teeth. What? Oh, yes, space bar in it. I forgot as well. I said I was gonna replay that game from earlier and pick the wrong answer, and I didn't. I do apologize for that. I will go back to the game. I mean, we could do it after this, to be honest. Then again, I'll upload a separate video, so I don't want. I mean, where's the beef? Because I mean, even though I mean, considering we ran the game earlier, I don't see why there'd be any issues. But I just don't want anything to mess up. I think I might have accidentally hit the mic. What? Pork chicken? That ain't chicken. What? Oh wait. Oh, so that's the beef, and so the pork. Well, yeah, I got. Oh, I was supposed to put it in this basket. Oh, put the meat. Oh, right, that makes sense. I mean, handing someone the raw meat just in their hands. He hasn't even. Hey, come back. He hasn't paid. He's probably poor. Let's just look. Oh, that's loud. That is loud. Actually, I don't know how the audio is gonna. Give me a minute. I just want to see if my other video I want to see if my other video has been uploaded yet. I just want to see how the audio turns out. If it's because I've got like two different audio sliders. Let me just see. What's going on outside? Oh, thank God! We finally got a video that doesn't have any sort of issue. The audio seems good. The video seems good. I don't think there's a drop in frame. When I turn around, someone's gonna be there to jump out at me. Holy cow! We finally got a good video, guys. Only took us like 12 try. Alright, no jump scare. Only took us like 12 tries and like 12 hours worth of footage, but we finally got something. Why do they keep showing this episode, man? I don't get why they keep showing the new episodes. Like all it is like the new episodes of Family Guy, and it's solely draining at me because like six solid, like a solid 20 or so hours of the day is just me. What? Well, not 20. Like like every hour of my waking day, and also when I'm sleeping, some parts of when I'm sleeping before the TV turns itself off, it's just me watching Family Guy. And all it is, man, is the new episodes. Like, we don't get any of the old episodes, and the new episodes are absolutely awful. But I do remember a couple of days ago I was sleeping, but then suddenly sorry, I need to tell you this super important story. I was sleeping, but then I woke up out my sleep, but I was really tired and I couldn't do anything. And that episode where they go to New York with Chris and he's an artist, like that episode was playing from like the second or third season, whatever. I assume it was pre 9/11, so it must be for 2001. And that's like one of the best episodes in Family Guy history. But sadly, I didn't get to enjoy it because I just fell straight back off to sleep. And I don't know what the video was that had that episode. You're probably wondering if you want to watch the old, and that was a great experience. Imagine waking up out your sleep to see one of the best episodes of Family Guy and falling back off to sleep. It was nice. What you say? Why don't you buy Disney Plus? And the reason why I don't want to buy Disney Plus is because why? I mean, I can just go on the internet and pirate it, but to do that, I can't do it on the I mean, I can do it on the TV, but I don't want to get any viruses on the TV because I really like that TV. So just go and watch it on YouTube. I mean, it's also on ITV Plus and Tubi. No, not Tubi. Hulu. I don't have Hulu. I do have ITV Plus, but it's the same thing. That all they're doing is showing the new episodes as well. The new episodes are absolutely awful, man. Not all of them, but a good amount. Like, the writing absolutely sucks. The characters absolutely suck. Like, all the new characters. Mayor West is the biggest example. Mayor West is one of the worst characters in Family Guy history. He's so boring, he's so annoying, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this guy is so cool. Oh my god, Mayor West is so cool." Not the good Mayor West, Adam West. Adam West is one of the best characters, one of the best characters in Family Guy history. But Mayor West, the new mayor, the cowboy, he's just so such a terrible, he's like, everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's so cool. Oh my god, look at Mayor West, he's so cool." When he isn't, they're forcing him to be cool. To have a cool character, they have to come off naturally as cool, not be forced as cool. Like Norman Reedus is Daryl in The Walking Dead, for example. Like, he just came across naturally as cool. He wasn't forced to be cool. He was natural. Mayor West and Family Guy, for example, on the other hand, they're like forcing him as hard as they can, and it just doesn't work. Doug as well. Doug. I mean, they killed him off, but Doug. Oh my God, he was really annoying. Uh, what? We're just waiting for someone else. That library lady is annoying as well, but she isn't as bad. You know who? How could I forget? How could I forget? But you know who the main offender is? The worst character in Family Guy history. Well, maybe there's worse ones, but like the worst one currently anyway. Cleveland. Cleveland is the worst. Now I know what you're thinking. How could you dislike Cleveland? Especially considering you two have shared characteristics. I'll tell you why I dislike Cleveland right now. His voice is annoying. His old voice was fine, but ever since they replaced him with the black guy, because Mike Henry didn't want to voice Cleveland anymore, because Mike is white and Cleveland is, black. They get a black voice actor to play him, and whenever Cleveland's on, I just skip the whole thing, because his new voice actor, nothing against the brother, I've got nothing against his voice actor, but his voice for Cleveland is just not a good fit. It's just like really whiny. I can't really describe it, but it's just really whiny and annoying. And now they seem to like show Cleveland off more than usual, and it's just annoying. Like, I don't get why no one said a thing about Cleveland's new voice. I searched it up on the internet, and everyone seems to be like, "Oh, his new voice is fine. No, it isn't. His new voice is horrible." Like I said, nothing against his voice actor. Nothing against his voice actor at all. I'm sure he's a talented voice actor, but for his role as Cleveland, it should have stayed as Mike Henry or gone to someone else who can pull off a better voice. You know. Anyway. Jumpers, yeah. So let's just leave. What? 0 out of 2. 0 out of 2 dead bodies. Well, what? Unless someone brought it out and couldn't be bothered to throw it. But what's the point of having it there when you got a bin, when you got a dumpster like right next to it? Also, there's something I never, the video never got uploaded because because it's one of the videos where there's some sort of issue. But what's his name? What was I gonna say? The writing in Family Guy, it's absolutely awful in the new episodes. What I mean by that is when watch an episode of Family Guy and watch how like every new scene or almost every it always happens at the start. Like someone says something explaining what's happening, even though normal people don't speak like that. Like one of the episodes, Meg is like, "Well, you guys, I've never been to a sushi restaurant before. Who speaks like that? Like they say something explaining the scene. Like instead of the writing, instead of the writing, I don't know how to explain it. Like the show itself explaining what's happened. How do I explain it? I don't. But like they just tell you what's happening instead of you figuring out for yourself what's happening. You get what I mean? Or Lois is like, "Oh, Stewie, it's your first ever Christmas carnival," or something like that. Like like one of them was like really bad, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me. And another one at the end of an episode where Chris gets a girlfriend that looks like his mom, and Chris's girlfriend is with Glenn, and she's like, "Wow, thank you so much, Glenn, for buying me these new clothes," or something like that. Like who speaks like that? Like it's like the writing just absolutely sucks. That Wow, why is this place so dirty, man? I've never in my life have I seen someone like speak like that, like explaining, because well, I assume it's because we don't live in a. I mean, we might live in a TV show. I seriously doubt it, though. There's definitely more than meets the eye, but I don't believe we live in a TV show. That would be quite a big crazy thing. God. Getting the sniffles. That would be quite the crazy thing if that was the truth. Like I said, there's definitely more than meets the eye, but being a TV show, I seriously doubt that. Sweeping, doing my job. So the last guy couldn't do any of this. He's leaving it up to me. Like right now on Family Guy, if Peter was like, "Oh, you guys ready to watch Rocky 4?" Like, who speaks like that? Okay, so actually, better not get locked in here. Uh oh. Honestly, if this was me in real life, I'd duck. Because you don't know if that's a rock or a grenade. I mean, we know it's a rock, but someone could have easily threw a grenade, especially if this was Sweden. Uh, but gladly, we don't live in Sweden, so it's just a rock. Oh, yeah. Place box. So we're just gonna forget about the rock getting thrown through our window. Place box and freezer box. Yeah, Sweden, Middle East. I mean, Sweden. Actually, I don't want to make a joke. Because people are. I didn't think. What? Oh, so we hide in there. And now the door's closed. Are we locked? Oh no, we're not locked in. Oh, that box like right here. Okay. Are we just gonna forget about the rock? I guess that's a daily occurrence. We must live in a very rocky place with a lot of wind or something. Rocky. Speaking of Rocky, ASAP Rocky, very overrated. I'm not a fan of his music. I am a fan of his collaborations with Lana Del Rey. Those are really good. Those are really, really good. But I don't believe he should be at the level of fame as he is. Because he's married to Rihanna. He's got two. You know, to be honest, I shouldn't be bringing down a black man. You know, I apologize. I'm not a fan of his music, but you know, he's living life. I mean, how like you can't help but you know, he's a multi-millionaire. I'm sure he's got some mansion up in the hills of Los Angeles. You know, he's married to Rihanna, got two children with her. He's living good. Can't bring down a brother for that. Anyway, let's continue. You know, I'm not a fan of his music, but you know, Edgy we praise the Lord, we break the law. That song, man, that song was everywhere in 2018. That was good. Plus, his ones, like I said, his ones with Lana Del Rey were like they shouldn't have worked together. They shouldn't have worked. When I say shouldn't have worked together, I mean like their styles. But well, it did, and it was great. But anyway, what am I supposed to do exactly since I'm stuck in here? Take what's mine, and I take some more, and I break the law and praise the Lord. Yeah, oh, however the lyrics go. Been a while since I heard it, but like I said, in 2018 it was everywhere. Actually, that wasn't even his part. That was who was it? Skepta. Take. What am I supposed to be doing exactly? Like I think I'm supposed to hide in here. I don't know what else there is to do. So that's what we do. I hear that heartbeat. Guess we'll just wait for a minute. Just quick check on my emails. Applied. God. applied to a bunch of places for a job. It's not a single. I did get an interview at Dunelm, but like whenever I go on the website, it says that there's no interviews available. I don't know what's that all about. Anyway, there's this place that I've applied to. I don't want to say the name of the place. There's a place that I've applied to about 6 times now over the course of 3.5. How old am I? Wait, hold on. Just 3.5 years, let's say, and every single time they've I don't know what they want. Like every single time I've applied, I don't get. I don't know. I was gonna say something, but it would have came off as xenophobic. I might as well say it anyway. I don't get, because a lot of these places nowadays they tend to hire like Eastern Europeans that can barely speak English. Like, how are they getting hired? I assume, just because they can't speak English, I'm sure they're skilled in other areas. But then again, like something like working as a waiter or something, like what skills do you really need other than to not drop whatever it is you're carrying? Even though I haven't. What is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't, what am I supposed to do? Ah, so now I can open the door. What was that all about? Oh wait, oh yeah, that's pork. I'm sure they've got skills. Like even though I don't know what those skills are, especially if they can, there's obviously something that's giving them the edge. Right, I'm not trying to make it out like, oh, these immigrants, they're stealing our jobs. Of course, I'm not. That would be that would be hypocritical. I'm just saying that. It's just I'm surprised that some of these people are getting hired. What? Am I supposed to use the broom to sweep up the rock? Is that? Wait, the rock's gone. Um, who moved the rock? What the? Oh man. Oh, okay. It's just this guy. I thought it was gonna be some killer. Alright. What's up? Is that? Oh, no, that ain't David. Hey man, you're brave for working at this hour with a killer on the loose. Oh, and I almost forgot. Do you have pork there? Wow, very direct, isn't he? Oh no. No, since we're here, there's something else. So, basically, I mean, I'm not sure why I'm talking about this, but it just randomly popped in my head. So, basically, this was when I was doing my media course at college, my first day there. So basically, right, I can't, like, I live in, I don't want to say where I live. For some reason, if you search, I mean, I searched myself up on this thing, and somehow, not my real name, but my name from before, and somehow it knew where I lived. I'm not sure why, but anyway, so I went to college in this place in this town about well, it's like a 45-minute drive away, and there's gonna be traffic. I mean, even though like the roads, it's like a bunch of country roads, there happens to be traffic on the day, and I got there about 15 minutes late. So anyway, first day I got to my class, and I walked in. Killer turned off the lot. I'm trying to speak here, man. Let's go. Alright, so anyway, I walk in, and all of a sudden, because the teacher, the lecturer, I think they, yeah, because they ain't called teachers, they're called lecturers, he was talking to the class, and all of a sudden, he just, because you gotta remember as well, other kids walked in before me. I saw them walking in. Maybe they went to the toilet or something, and they were there before. I don't know. But anyway, then I walked in. Then all of a sudden, he stopped. He stopped talking to the class and turned to me, and he said, "What time is it?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I checked my phone, and I said, whatever time it was in let's say 9:23, even though that wasn't the actual time. And it's like, and when does class start? And I was like, let's say 9. And he's like, and then he was like, what do you say? And you gotta remember, it might not seem bad, but you gotta remember, I don't want to say what I have, but I have like let's say developmental condition, and things like that where I'm like suddenly singled out in a large group of people. you know that's just, and he knows as that as well because it's on my thing. Like he know like actually, to be honest, he actually has the same condition as me. I don't want to say what that condition is, but I don't know how I forgot about that. We have he just like singled me out, and he was like, and I was like, alright, and I told him my bad, and he said something like, we don't say my bad over here. I can't remember what it was, and like the whole class was just staring at me, and then he's like, we don't say my bad over here. What's the other word? This. Then I was like, alright, sorry, no, I just sat down. Then, like 10 minutes after I walked in, this kid called Ruben walked in. He walked in the class, and the teacher didn't say. I don't believe the lecturer even singled me out because I was the only person that looked like this there. Because especially considering later on, he was a pretty nice guy. I don't, I didn't have a problem with him, but I don't know, man. It was just, who the hell's that?
And
I ain't, I ain't doing all that. I don't believe it was a racial thing, but I just don't get why. There's no other chair. There's only a plastic one, man. I don't get why I was the only one singled out. Like I said, I don't believe it was a. To be honest, we did speak to each other one time before, and maybe he just assumed, like, even though we only spoke one time before, we were friends. But like I wouldn't have minded if we knew each other, actually, because like I said, me and him both have the same condition. I don't want to say what the condition is, but one of the things is we can't read social cues correctly. Or some people can, but normally we can't. So he must have assumed, like, that we were buddies. If we wanted to be buddies, wouldn't of course. But like, we only spoke one time before that, and
one more chair, wooden chair.
Jesus Christ, man, I don't know. Just don't listen to all that talking about wooden chairs. There ain't no Bob Clark wooden chair. There's only a plastic one out there, man. Oh? Oh, I don't. I'm stuck in the door. Are you taking the piss? Oh, okay, okay, we got out. So I don't feel like restarting. I know, like I said, after that, though, I had no issue with him. He was a pretty nice guy. It was just that, there's just that bit that just, not a big fan of. 'Cause I just feel like I was singled out. Like I said, I don't believe it was a race thing. I think it's because of the one time we spoke before. He assumed we were friends. Then after all that, he asked me what my favourite film was, and I said Jennifer's Body, because it was my favourite film at the time. Not anymore, but at the time it was. I've watched that film about 7 times, and it's a good film. I'm just not a fan of the fan base of the film. 'Cause whenever I hear about Jennifer's Body nowadays, it's like it seems to be against my will, and the film's grated on me now. Like, oh my god, it's like Jennifer's Body makeup tutorial. I don't know why. Like there's one period where that's like there was just a bunch of them popping up on my feed on Facebook. I don't know what. I don't use Facebook anymore because I ain't 50. And at one point it was, and I was just like, well, this is just annoying. Like, I was gonna say something, but it would have came off as being me being It seems like the main fan base of that, because when I watched the film, I heard that not a lot, the film was a failure. Not a lot of people liked the film, and I was like, oh, I'm so cool. I'm like the only person that likes this film. Oh, I'm so cool. I'm a cool dude. But then, as I found out, there's a lot of other people that like this film, predominantly teenage girls. Like 90% of the people. I was just like, well, this isn't very cool anymore. If there's like 200,000 teenage girls that also like this movie. No, the film's alright, but now that I look back at, there's definitely issues with the film. I feel like skip ahead about 30 seconds if you don't want spoilers. I feel like the biggest issue though was killing off Jennifer. That's just dumb. That's just stupid. Oh wait, is there a before earlier it told me what to do. You know something? I haven't turned on the. It's gonna tell. Oh, there's a killer on the loose. Killer on the loose. He's running around, ripping people's skin off. Killer on the loose. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Alright, let me buy a bottle of water. Do I have enough? Oh, I do. What was the point in getting water? I bet you Americans. I just realised. I bet the Americans are creaming their pants about that. Oh my God! He said. Oh my God, man! He said a bottle of water. Ha 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 ha! I am from the United States of America. Look at me. Actually, to be honest, I do like America. Very nice place. Even Harlem. Took a brief stop in Harlem when I was on the train coming back from Stanford. It's honestly, you know, Harlem of course isn't as good as God. Harlem of course isn't as nice as somewhere like the Upper East Side, but it was still a nice place. It's like I don't get. Of course I didn't get off the train and walk around Harlem. You know, but from what I saw, it really wasn't a bad play. Actually, what am I talking about? If I didn't get up, like, it didn't look like it looked very clean. That doesn't mean. But what's going on, man? Like, what am I? There's gonna be. Oh, oh, there's a power. Oh, well, I mean, at least I hope you enjoyed the conversation with me. I should have realized. I wonder what the water does. Sorry, I was just listening. I was just listening in on a conversation. Alright, let's get. What am I supposed to do now? Whole lot of nothing. Is there anything I'm supposed to clean up? I don't know. What? Guess we'll wait here. See what.
Ben, I still need that chair. There's one more chair.
Oh, shut up! See, it's cool to disrespect your elders. What the hell is what? Jesus Christ, man, hurry up. Not Jesus Christ himself, I'm sure he's busy, but like, this game needs to hurry up. Like, let's just. Just wasted good pork. Oh, I must. Oh my god. Well, couldn't this? Why didn't this game tell me, man? Jesus. Like, why couldn't this game like tell me like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put the ham back in stock. But no, it doesn't tell you. It's just like, all right, something happens, then you gotta figure out what happens next. Yeah, that's the police. Actually, there's an option earlier, wasn't there, to call the police? I don't talk. The police better not come in here, man. Because we don't want any police in here. Oh. The problem I have with police is not the police itself. I've got a lot of respect for the police. The problem is, the problem is now there's like no accountability. Sure, in this, I mean, forget about this game for a minute. Sure, in this country, there's definitely more accountability than America, that's for certain. Like, if a police officer fires their gun, they have to do loads of paperwork. Even if they don't shoot anybody, don't kill anybody, whatever, they still gotta do a load of paperwork. There's a lot more accountability here than in America, but still, there's like zero all right, let's say America has zero accountability. This country has 2% account. What does that even mean? You know, I'm not sure. This, So if a police officer does something to what has happened to me in the past, like there's really no accountability whatsoever. There was a time when I was 10 years old. Actually, let me tell this. I mean, I'm gonna tell this story later on in another video, but let me tell it for you all now. So I was 10 years old, right? There was this kid in class saying bad things about my mother. I'm pretty sure his name was Cody, if I'm not mistaken. It was this kid called Cody. My friend Seth, he sometimes watches these videos. He can back me up here. So this kid called Cody saying bad things about my mother. So instead of, and it made me, the teacher wasn't doing anything. That made me very upset. So what did you think I did? Did you think I jumped on that kid and beat the, S word out of him? For, like, he was saying really, he was saying very, very bad things. I don't want to say what he said, but, they were bad. What do you think I did? I went out class. I left the classroom. Instead of hitting him, instead of, rising to him, whatever, I replied to him, sure, but, I never said anything, quite as bad as he did. And, I never hit him or anything like that. I just left the class and I was upset. And, I was angry. But, I was clearly angry, I was huffing and puffing and all that, but I wasn't hitting anybody, I wasn't damaging anything. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this police officer, right, he locks my arms like this, like, can you see it? And he slams me to the floor, face first. He slams me on the ground, and, he puts his knee on my back, then, he puts me in handcuffs. You know, the teacher came out. I can't remember what the teacher did. It was Mr. Green. I'm not sure what he like. Mr. Green, he was one of the nicer teachers at the school, but I'm pretty sure he didn't do anything. He didn't say anything to the. I don't even want to call the dude an officer. I'm just gonna call him a dude because he doesn't deserve to be called an officer. So yeah, Mr. Green, I don't know. I don't think he did anything. Did anything to try and stop it. Slammed me on the ground face first. Did all that. Put his knee on my back for about 20 minutes before he moved me to, for he got, him and the teachers moved me to, this room called the restraining room, or isolation room. Those were like the two different names. You know, eventually my mum reported him. Nothing happened. Basically, what happened was, not when I say nothing, what did happen was about 3, 4 weeks later, he came back into my school. He talked about things. He never apologized for me. He never apologized for anything. He just explained what had happened. Never actually apologized for anything. My mum reported him once again to the authority. Like he was never fired. All what happened was he was moved. He was moved. And where was he moved? To the same town I live in. The school that I went to. I don't mind saying the school. It's called Riverside School. It's in the south side of Worcester. I'm pretty sure it's the south. It's in Worcester anyway. Worcester, England. Where else you think it is? Worcester, Massachusetts. Oh God, Worcester, Massachusetts. No, but this is Worcester, England. He was moved from Worcester to the town I live in. I don't want to say what it is. That's all what happened. A slightly more inconvenient journey to work. He was never disciplined. He was never fired. I never got any compensation, anything like that. There's zero accountability. Well, like I said, not zero, as America has zero accountability. You know, they have zero accountability. We have 1%, 2% accountability. Better accountability than I like I said. For the police that actually do their jobs, I have nothing but respect. But there really is like no accountability. I'm not explaining. There really isn't much accountability when a police officer does something, steps out of line. Like it'll be a cold day in hell whenever they actually take responsibility. Like imagine if I did that to a police officer. Police officers are angry for whatever reason, huffing and puffing, and I grab a police officer from behind and slam him face first. You got to remember, I was 10 as well. I wasn't this age. I wasn't as big as I was 10 years old. Anyway, back to business. And that's why generally I don't really I want to stay as long as I can, stay away from the police. And, even though after that I have spoken to police quite a few times, now something else has happened as well that I'm not gonna get into just yet. But I will at some point. I'm not gonna say. Like I said, I'm just gonna see what happens. But right now, I really just as long as I can, stay away from the police. Don't talk to them. Don't do any of that. Avoid them if I can. Like I said, and I'll say it again, I've got nothing but respect for the ones that actually do their job. There are a lot of them out there, the majority of them actually do their job. It's just sad that, a few bad apples just ruin everything for them. Because, like I said, there really isn't much in terms of accountability. Oh, what the hell? Uh-oh. Oh, this guy's chubby. It kind of looks like a woman. We got a chubby woman. Is that what it is? That really isn't. Got a chubby woman chasing after us with a knife. Depends who the chubby woman is. It wouldn't be too bad if it's like Bebe Rexha. That wouldn't be bad at all. Baby Rexa can chase me with a meat cleaver any day of the week, Monday to Sunday, 24 hours, doesn't matter what hour it is. Yo, get away from there. To be honest, I mean, if Lizzo was £200, like, she wouldn't be, £200 is still really heavy, but, it wouldn't be bad. Because Lizzo, she honestly has the potential to be, very attractive. It's just that she's a solid. I mean, she's gotta be, I don't know, she's gotta be around 290. For example, myself, I last time I checked, I was 211. But you gotta remember, I'm 5'10" without shoes. So, but I don't know how tall Lizzo is. Lizzo, she's like 5 feet tall, but like 200. She can't be that short. She's like 5'5" and 290. If she slimmed down, she would be crazy hot. Trust me. But sadly, you know, she isn't. She's alright. She's Jessie, Jessie Nelson. I know people weight shamed her, but I don't see that. I would prefer someone her size compared to like someone who's like Jenna Ortega's size. Jenna Ortega's hot too, but prefer someone with meat on their bones. Unless they're like Lizzo's size, where this is just ridiculous now. A little bit of weight never hurt anybody. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to call the police, aren't we? Is that the dude over there? Of course we're gonna get chucked. So it's just a body bag. I ain't even gonna check on that body bag. I just realised this is this ain't even the full game, is it? Uh oh. Thank God. The line's been cut. I mean, we could just run away. The dude looks pretty hefty. I doubt he's gonna be able to catch us. You can't run away. You're being serious. Like I said, like really skinny girls like Jenna Ortega are cool too. I ain't got anything against them. Jenna Ortega, she's, her movies absolutely suck, but it's no denying she is very attractive. Her acting ability, she definitely is no Al Pacino or Marlon Brando. You know, I mean, hell, she ain't even a Megan Fox. But who cares when you're that attractive? Unless you're like really awful. Like she isn't awful. Like I don't know, like those chicks you see in certain movies. Uncle Sam. I'm not gonna say the name of those movies, but I'm sure you know what they are. She isn't that bad, but for someone as famous as she is, her acting ability could definitely be improved upon. She's better than me in terms of acting. I feel like in terms of facial expressions, I probably take the slight lead. I'm not the best at facial expressions, but I would say I'm better than her. It's like every. Uh oh. Ah, David. Oh well. Looks like he's dead. Well, whoever killed him must be pretty strong, because that's a grown man. Unless he like stood on there, but even then you still gotta be pretty strong. Wait a minute, shift to run, ain't it? Gotta keep that in mind for when the killer starts chasing us. When I'm playing Charlie X, Charlie XCX is one of the She has so many trash songs, but she's also got a couple really good ones as well. Because every song she's made has been absolute trash, except for 360 and Fun Dutch. I don't, you know, those those are pretty good. I'm pretty sure there's 365 as well. Yeah. Anyway, now I've got this. You know, if I had to pick between Jenna Ortega or Bebe Rexha, I'd pick Jenna. Why the fuck does mom? Oh, I apologize for swearing. Why does she keep asking about this blood clot chair? There is no blood clot chair, man. So I feel like, you know, she's, you know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Contours. You know, you're probably wondering, but who says you prefer women with a bit more meat on their bones? Why are you picking Jenna? So, because Jenna, I don't, because to get in the reason why I'd pick her, I'd have to talk about crass subjects. Well, I don't want to talk about because I'm trying to keep it as clean as I can. But I feel like, so, if you want to know, oh, whoops. If you want to know, hit me up on PlayStation or Xbox or something. I'll explain why. Give me a minute. Imagine it. Imagine like she, you know, she looks like Jenna Ortega, but she's got the. Actually, I'm sounding like a weird nerd at that one. Like got the body of Jenna. I mean, got the body of Bebe Rexha and like the general appearance of Jenna Ortega. That would be. I mean, there is. The closest person to that is to my future wife. I'm not gonna say her name. I mean, I'm sure if you've seen my screensaver, you'll know who that is. I mean, she doesn't look like Jenna Ortega, but I feel like if you happen to mix the two, she's probably the closest you're gonna get in a real person. At least that I know. Wow, what the fuck? Okay. Well, he just he just. I apologize for so that's so all that just to get murdered by chubs over here. To be honest, you know, we shouldn't shame fat people because fat people are generally, you know, stronger than skinny people. And plus, they got better resistance to, you know, coldness and starvation. You know, in a survival situation, you're gonna want to be a fat ass because you know you got much better benefits. Being skinny really isn't that beneficial, you know, unless you like live in like a really hot environment. You know, because like you know, wait, why is my web? It's always some. Oh my god! So my webcam. Jesus Christ. Well, well, that's uh, that's annoying game. It's always something, man. It's always something. Alright. Anyway, that is it. That is all. Webcam turning off as usual. I need a proper one because this one it's annoying. It's aggravating. Alright, anyway. That is it. That is all. I hope what I said wasn't too crazy. I don't know what else to say. I am out.